Alright, for this question here, they're trying to get us to come up with a quadratic equation based on speed, distance, time, okay? And in this instance, I would suggest you use the triangle idea, right? Just to remember the relationship between speed, distance, and time, right? And it says here, for the first X seconds of a journey, the average speed of the cyclist is 4 meters per second. And I want you to think then, well, they've given us two pieces of information, haven't they? They've told us the time, haven't they? Okay, here, seconds, right? First X seconds. And then they've told us the speed, haven't they? Okay, so what haven't they told us? Well, they haven't told us the distance, haven't they? They've told us for the first X seconds, the speed is 4 meters per second. Well then, of course, the third thing that's missing is the distance that's covered, and you can work that out from the triangle. So speed, distance, time triangle. To get the distance, cover up distance. Of course, to get distance, you just times in, you know, distance is speed times time. So we can write that down. Distance is speed times time. Okay, and in this case then, right, well, the speed is 4, isn't it? And the time is x. So it'll be 4 times x, which is 4x, okay, and of course it'll be meters in this case, right? So that's the first scenario. And then if you go on to the next scenario, it says for the next 5x plus 2 seconds, again, we're talking about time, aren't we? The average speed is x, okay? So again, they've got a time and speed. So again, covering that up, you work out your distance by doing speed times time. So for the second situation then, the distance is equal to, I can write that down again if you want, the speed, which is x, okay, times then the time, which is 5x plus 2, okay? And of course, when you've got a term outside times in by a bracket, right, anything outside, you just times each term in here by what's outside. So you've got x times 5x, which is 5x squared, and x times 2, which is 2x, right? And they're saying then that the total distance is 128. So you've got the distances in the two stages, you just put them together. So you just say, okay, well, 4x plus 5x squared plus 2x, okay, and those two distances will equal 128, all right? And you can see then we're pretty much going to get what they want. So you say, look, okay, there's 5x squared, 4x and 2x is 6x, and you take the 128 over, and you get exactly, in fact, what they want, okay, exactly that. Okay, and we've got a quadratic, and it says probably use the formula method to solve the equation, giving your answer correct to one decimal place. So, you know, we've got here, you know, obviously this is in the calculator paper, and we need to work out what x is going to be here, okay? Now, with a formula method, we usually get two answers, don't we, out, yeah? It says you're given solutions, and it says to one decimal place. So, formula is given to us on page 2, right, so you don't need to remember it. And that's basically it. Minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, but it's there, remember, for you. And of course, in this case now, my a is equal to the number in front of the x squared, which is a 5, that number there. B is equal to the number in front of the x, which is 6, and c is the constant there, and it's minus 128, right? So don't forget the minus there. So put it in, you got minus b, so minus 6, plus or minus square root b squared, so 6 squared, take away 4, times a, which is 5, times c, and you put in a bracket, right, because it's minus number, put that there in the bracket, minus 128, all over 2a, so 2 times a, which is 5, okay, and then we work this out, so minus 6, plus or minus, and what I do is, right, I write square root here, but I'm going to work out what this square root is now on my calculator. I'm not going to type square root here, I'm just going to work out what's inside there, 6 squared, take away 4 times 5 times bracket minus 128, and I get quite a big number, okay, and then that's all over 2 times 5, which is 10, and then to finish off then I just take the positive root, okay, or the negative root, okay, and I get my answer. So fraction minus 6 plus square root of 2596 all over 10. So I get, press the ST, 4.5, yeah, to one decimal place, or x will equal So let's go back and just change this to a minus. And I get press SD minus 5.7. Okay, so we've got two answers there. That's what they're asking for when they're giving solutions. They're not asking us to comment on the answer because, you know, X, remember, refers to the speed, if you remember from part A, okay? But they're not asking us to say, you know, which one should we take. They just say giving solutions correct to one decimal place. So you just leave it like that, right? You don't need to comment on it, which one we should take in that particular case.